Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's game between St. Bernard and your Dracut Tyngsboro hockey team. Tonight's starting lineup for St. Bernard. Starting away, number 28, Canada. Starting at center, number 7, Matthew Silver. Starting right wing, number 12, Evan Walker. Starting on defense, number 3, Janine Job. Also starting on defense, number 17, Owen Tolson. Starting in net, number 1, Chase Bergeron. Head coach Steven Sylvia, assistant coaches George Polenki, Brett Brunt, Mike Peace, and John Blue. And now the best lineup for the Dracut Tyngsboro hockey team. Starting number 13, Brendan Modeski. Starting at center, number 12, Charlie Lee. Starting right wing, number 14, Jake Mitchell. Starting on defense, number 17, Chad Bridges. Also starting on defense, number 9, Nate Portel. Starting in net, number 31, Grayson Blakely. Head coach is Jeff Duras. Assistant coaches Chris Kieran, Sean Mangle, and Drew Duras. We now ask the youth to rise, remove your cap for the playing of the national anthem.
Facing off against St. Bernardians. Not sure what I'm going to call them tonight. It's a lot. Got a Bernardian over there. I don't know about that. Wilkie will face off against St. Bernard with Wilkie and Vidget and Modeski and Portel and Vidget. Bernard, St. Bernard, what am I going to call him? Bernard, this is what I'm going to call him. They gain the zone. They send it in. Save into the corner. Wilkie will chip it up and out. Go, 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 go. Sorry, that wasn't Wilkie. That was Modeski. Wilkie catches it. Sends it, the rebound, stopped by St. Bernard. Face off in the offensive zone. He had to do the splits. Wilkie will face off again. Everybody's staying out there. Wilkie sends it to Modeski. Modeski to Portel. Back down to Medeski. Wilkie now. Fights for it, gets it back at the boards. In the zone, still with it. Medeski back to Vigent, back to Wilkie. Oh, picked up by St. Bernard. They're going to push it out of the zone and clear it. Get there first. Swept away by Pertel. Makes that not the breakaway it was going to turn into. Pushed up the ice to Medeski by Pertel. Medeski out to the neutral zone, and then Wilkie back into the zone. Icing, no icing called. All right, change coming for DT. Bernard out there with Mullen and Jake Hobner. Puck is sent in by St. Bernard, and Ben Hobner picks it up but loses an edge. They're going to call it tripping. I'll be honest with you, I don't think that was a tripping, but we will take it. Power play, DT. Facing off in the offensive zone. Vigent out there with Hobner, Wilkie, Medeski, and Jake Vigent. Will be on offense. Wilkie sends it to Medeski. Medeski to the point. For Hobner to Vigent. Sends it into the shin pads of St. Bernard. Sends it again. Knockdown. Oh, the rebound goes wide by Wilkie. Medeski fighting for it below the goal line. Go. Power play, still 1:40 left. Hobner back down to Medeski. Sends it. The rebound off the pads, picked up by Vigent, sent back out to Medeski. Vigent to Hobner. Back to Vigent. Vigent hangs onto the puck. Shot by Chad Vigent. Saved by St. Bernard's goalie. We'll have a line change of sorts. Not really. Just Pertel coming in on D for Hobner. 1:17 left in the power play. Wilkie again on the faceoff. Goes to the corner, and St. Bernard's trying to clear it out. Pertel is going to get past him in the neutral zone. He'll get it back and send it back to Wilkie. Wilkie gets sent into the offensive zone, and St. Bernard's will reset and gain the offensive zone. Put it on net. Pad save up and out by Blakely to Wilkie. Wilkie will pick it up, bring it into the offensive zone. It's going to get down in front. I'm going to be honest, I don't even know what happened there, but it went in. It looks like Medeski pushed it back out front for Wilkie, and Wilkie puts us on the board at 12:27 on the power play. 1-0. I'm pretty sure a Medeski-Wilkie assist there. Hobner on the faceoff. It's going to gain by St. Bernard. St. Bernard chips it low. Meeker out there on D, ties it up, goes to the corner. Oh, they're calling it unassisted by Charlie Wilkie. All right, Mullen fights for it at the boards, gets dumped low in the zone. They pick it up below the goal line. Cross ice pass. Off the boards, blocked and pushed out of the zone by Mullen. Offsides, and we will face off outside the defensive zone. Castagno on the face-off, sends it up into the neutral zone. Picked up by Vigent. Vigent to Salvo, pushed out by Baya. St. Bernard puts it back in. Pertel will pick it up now. Pertel's going to skate it. Pertel dumps it in deep. Salvo fighting for it below the goal line. St. Bernard's try to clear. It's offsides. Pertel sends it in, and we are going to clear the zone and get back on. Picked up by Vigent, keeps it in, and then St. Bernard's able to get it back out. St. Bernard's takes their shot. Save goes out front, and then the rebound shot goes wide. Bertel below the goal line, trying to push it up for Baya. Baya sends it out of the zone. No icing will be called. We'll have a line change. Vigent coming back out there with Medeski and Wilkie. St. Bernard's in the defensive zone, picked up by Wilkie on the turnover. He shoots, shot goes across the crease up to Hobner, who dumps it back down. Wilkie will pick that up. Wilkie still with the puck, obviously feeling better. Sends it across to Medeski. Medeski to Vigent. Vigent sends it low. The rebound goes wide, and St. Bernard's will clear it. Hobner in the neutral zone with it. To Meeker. Meeker now at the red line. Dumps it in. St. Bernard's is going to get out front, and they got a 2-on-1 of sorts. The shot, saved, and against the side of the net. Net gets off. Nothing. 10-11 left in the first. Wilkie will face off with Medeski and Vigent and Bertel and Chad Vigent in the defensive zone. Wilkie sends it, but St. Bernard to the wing. Takes their shot. Medeski's stick in the way of that one. Get it. Broken up. Good job. Chipped up and out by Bertel for Vigent to chase. In the neutral zone, Medeski will pick it up, hang on to it, and send it back. Now Bertel in a race. Breaks it up. Yes. Thank you, Nate. Chad Vigent to Medeski. Medeski out to Jake Vigent. It's going to get into the offensive zone and then sent back in by Medeski while we clear it and get back on. St. Bernard's picks it up, makes the turn out to the neutral zone where Wilkie was waiting. Wilkie carries it back into the offensive zone. Shot knocked down by St. Bernard's. Vigent with it. Sends it deep off the glass in the corner. 9:20 remaining in this first period. DT up 1-0 thanks to Wilkie's unassisted goal. Blakely picks it up, drops it for Hobner. Actually, just kidding. Mullen chips it out. Oh, go. Hobner carries it in. Oh, tries to feed Vigent. It's just knocked out of the way. And now St. Bernard's will gain the offensive zone. Shot saved to the boards. Hobner, Mullen, Hobner. St. Bernard stopped. Another stop and covered. Yes! 8:47 left in the first. St. Bernard denied. Down front. Will face off to the right of Blakely with 8:47 remaining in this first. Bernard coming out on offense with Hobner and Mullen. Face off. Gets sent back and then up to the blue line where St. Bernard sends it wide. Knocked away by Hobner. Mullen picks it up now in the corner. Puck is loose. Up to Jake Hobner. Tries to clear it. He will. Jake Hobner now carrying it into the offensive zone despite a lot of pushback from St. Bernard's from the boards. It's bouncing free. St. Bernard's will send it in, and Bertel does a lot to break him down. The shot is saved. St. Bernard's with the rebound. They drop it low. Ben Hobner chips it up with the hopes of clearing it, and St. Bernard's able to keep it in. Hobner again with it in the defensive zone, clears it to Mullen. Mullen to Hobner. Hobner will send it in. 7:58 left. It's going to get back out, and Bertel will dump it. We have to clear it and get back on. Stagno out there now with Baya and Salvo. Oh, Salvo breaks it up for a bit, and then in the neutral zone, Bertel will grab it, drop it, send it in. Baya picks it up in the neutral zone and dumps it. St. Bernard around the boards in their zone. Will clear. Chad Vigent from the red line sends it deep into the corner. St. Bernard back out with it. Oh, broken up by Vigent at the blue line before it can get in, and it goes deep into our zone. Below the goal line now. St. Bernard to the middle. They can't knock it down. So from the wing, the shot is blocked by Hobner, picked up by Salvo. Salvo now dumps it in. A line change for DT. Medeski Vigent and Wilkie will get on the ice on offense. Hobner and Vigent stay out there on D. Chad Vigent picks it up, pushes it up. Wilkie picks it up from Jake Vigent and gains the offensive zone. Wilkie puts it on net. The goalie doesn't let a rebound out. 6:41 left in the first. Wilkie on the face-off. Vigent picks it up. Off. Ooh, quick shot by Medeski or Wilkie. Sorry, couldn't tell. Saved by St. Bernard's goalie. Same group. Facing off. Wilkie again. On the draw. It's stuck there, and St. Bernard's tries to clear. It's going to get past us now. Ben Hobner will chase it down. 6:28 left in this first. Hobner below the goal line, makes the move to clear it out. Vigent picks it up and dumps it. Medeski is the one given chase with Vigent. Up the boards, Wilkie comes in and supports. Picks up the puck, still has it in his possession, trying to center it, gets it back. Quick shot. Goalie will save it. 6:05 left. He's definitely feeling better. Hobner on the face-off. Whoops, doesn't quite get out the way we'd hoped. Vigent knocks him down, buys us time, it goes out of play. Facing off. Center ice or outside the zone. Hobner, Mullen, and Bernard. Hobner wins it and carries it in, takes a shot. Rebound goes wide. Mullen knocks it down low, keeps it at the boards. Pertel able to hang on to it at the blue line. Hobner. Woo, what a setup. Pertel to Hobner, bar down. Puts us up 2-0, 5:46. Left to go in the first. DT. Jake Hobner on that one. Nate Pertel on the assist, I believe. Third assist was Mullen. We got an equipment issue on our goalie. All right, back in business. Jake Hobner on the faceoff with Mullen and Bernard, Pertel and Vigent on D. Hobner wins it, drops it back for Vigent. Vigent back to Jake Hobner. To Pertel in the neutral zone, who brings it in. Shot goes wide. St. Bernard's able to clear. They're going to gain the defensive zone. Sorry, it was Chad Vigent and Patrick Bernard on the assist. I was wrong on all the accounts. St. Bernard's from the wing will take it. Blakely is there to stop it. We'll face off to the left of Blakely with 5:13 remaining. Ben Hobner and Vigent will be out there on D with Medeski, Wilkie, and Vigent. Wilkie taking the draw. Goes up to the point. St. Bernard still with possession. Centering it, and we break it up. Wilkie and Medeski, then Vigent will dump it in. Wilkie in the corner, back to Vigent. Vigent below the goal line now with it. St. Bernard's will clear it. And they will bring it in. They're going to take that shot. Saved off the face mask, I believe, and out of the zone. Wilkie pushes it up to Vigent. Vigent into the offensive zone with it. And are we going to get an offsides or a penalty was called? Probably offsides. Hobner facing off with Byatt and Salvo. Sent into the offensive zone. Hobner steps up to try to break it up. Bernard able to get it out. Purtell helps break it up as well. Their centering pass does not connect. Back up to the point. They're going to take a quick shot. Blakely is there. No rebound available for St. Bernard's captain, who was waiting. 4:11 left in the first. 2-0 DT. Facing off to the left of Blakely. Same lineup. Castagno taking the face off. I said Hobner earlier, and that was my bad. It was Castagno. From the blue, they send it wide. Up to their point again. Shot is knocked down in front and caught and then sent by St. Bernard's. Blakely will cover with 4 minutes remaining. Hobner on the face-off for real this time. St. Bernard's with a quick shot. Goes wide from the top. They pick it up and carry it below the goal line. Where Purtell is going to bring it up, but Vigent will take its first trip to the box. He made it almost to the end of the first. We'll go for holding, it looks like. 2 minutes on the penalty kill. Purtell, Hobner, Wilkie, Medeski. Face-off goes up to the boards. St. Bernard's will work the puck around. Their attempt is blocked by Wilkie. Purtell fights him off in the corner. They go back up to the point. They put it on net and find, I believe, possibly a redirect into the corner, making it 2-1, 3:28. Chad will get out of the box now. We'll return to center ice. 3:28 left in the first. 2-1 DT. Wilkie taking the face off with Medeski and Vigent. Chad, Vigent, and Hobner out there. Vigent from the face-off at the center line. St. Bernard's recovers it. Come in front with the backhand. Knocked down by Blakely. Picked up by St. Bernard's under the net, and then Hobner able to recover it. Hobner will carry it out. Bounces it up, hoping to catch Medeski. St. Bernard's out back with it, and they are going to gain the offensive zone. Broken up by Vigent. It goes to the corner. Good job, good job. Chad. Vigent will send it around the boards where St. Bernard's drops it back down low in the zone. Shot on goal, covered. 2:50 remaining in the first. Hobner on the face-off. Mullen chasing it out of the zone with Bernard. Ooh, gets out. Vigent from the red line. We'll send it back in while we get back on. 2:30 left in this first period. St. Bernard's clearing, carrying, and not quite offsides, but all right, get ready. Up to the point. They will take their shot, hoping for the screen. Saved. Sent out to the boards where Bernard clears it. They send it back in. It's Pertel now in the corner. Back to Vigent. Vigent to Mullen. Mullen will bring it out. Mullen from the red line dumps it in, while Bernard gives chase. Bernard in the corner, back to Mullen. Mullen with the puck. Back to Bernard. Bernard still handling it into the corner. It's going to get up the boards out to the neutral zone where Hobner will feed Pertel, and Pertel dumps it in. We'll have a line change for DT. St. Bernard's trying to take advantage of it. They gain the zone. They send it. Blakely will catch it. 1:34 remaining. First. Wilkie takes the face-off with Vigent and Medeski from the wing. St. Bernard's hangs on to the puck to the center. There, Blakely has it, covers it, no rebound from the shot. 1:28 left in this first. Wilkie again. It's a draw and pushed up to Vigent. Vigent out to Medeski. Medeski from the red line brings it in. Medeski comes in. Oh, centers it. Tries to catch Vigent. It doesn't connect, and now St. Bernard's has a 2-on-1 advantage. They're going to drop it back for the 3-on-1. The shot goes wide. Blakely's there for the rebound right off the side. Picked up by Vigent. Oh my gosh, it's kept in the zone. They flop it down, and then Hobner trying to get there. St. Bernard still with the puck, sent to the boards by Wilkie. Less than a minute remaining. Wilkie able to clear it for us. Thank you, Charlie. Sends it up, and Medeski will chase it in to the zone. Medeski pins him, and then Wilkie trying to pick up the puck. Salvo out there now to offer support back to Medeski. Medeski to Wilkie. Doesn't connect, and now St. Bernard's will clear it. Pertel and Vigent out there. St. Bernard's carries it into the zone, looks for help, and then Vigent able to pick it off of him, and Medeski pushes it in the neutral zone for Wilkie. St. Bernard's gets it back. They're going to dump it where Vigent will pick it back up again. 20. Oh shit. Stick broke right on that pass attempt. Sorry, have to bleep me out, I guess. The whistle, fortunately, was blown. Vigent needs another stick. 20 seconds remaining. I think Vigent's got to go get his other stick from somewhere else. Or is he going to the box? Oh, he has to go in the box because he touched it after it broke. It's a stupid penalty. And now Vigent's in the box. Dang it. Oh my gosh, on a penalty kill. All right, we're going to finish out the rest of the second on a penalty kill. Hobner has to switch with Bernard, and then we'll start, rest of the first. We'll start the second. Oh, good effort. Yes, thank you, Bernard, and Hobner sends it down. Bernard's going to chase it down. We have 8 seconds remaining. St. Bernard's up the ice with it, and they're going to ice it. 3 seconds left. We'll go down to the offensive zone for this. Vigent will start the second period in the box as well. We are going to put 6 skaters on for the last 3 seconds. So, open net currently. Not 6, I'm sorry, 5, duh. We're making it even strength because Chad's in the box. So, 3 seconds remaining. Empty net on DT's part. We're going for it. It's tied up. Buzzer ends the first, and we will go into the locker room up 2-1. It's the game we thought it might be. 1:40 left in Chad's penalty. We have Wilkie out there with Hobner, Medeski, and Pertel. We send it in deep to the defensive zone where Pertel will sweep it out, but St. Bernard's knocks it down, but then Wilkie able to pick it up. Wilkie will carry it in, knocked away by St. Bernard's. Wilkie gets it back. Wilkie trying to get some help. Up the boards. Hobner from the blue. Back to Wilkie. Wilkie sends it. Goalie there. 1:16 left in this penalty kill. We'll face off in the offensive zone. Wilkie, Medeski, Hobner, and Pertel still. Puck is loose. Oh! Medeski with a quick shot right in front. Stopped, sent back to the corner by Pertel. Gets up the boards. Wilkie trying to knock it down. Back to Medeski. Medeski puts it on net. Almost on net. Goes wide. I think he got his glove on it. Medeski below the goal line with it now, putting on pressure. And St. Bernard's with 52 seconds left in our penalty kill. They're able to clear it. Oh, Wilkie, Medeski. Oh, pick it off. And St. Bernard's gets it back. They're going to gain the offensive zone and come in front. Blakely with the stop. St. Bernard's with the rebound. Below the net, up the boards where Wilkie pushes it out. Nice job. 28 seconds left in the kill. St. Bernard's moving it up and out. From the red line, they gain it. They're going to set something up. They dump it deep. Broken up by Hobner. Pushed out by Jake Hobner in the red, at the red line to Bernard, and then Jake Hobner back into the offensive zone with it. Everybody full strength. Vigent back out on the ice. Nice kill, boys. They're offsides. We push it out. Go, 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 go. Jad Vigent at the red line with it, and then St. Bernard's knocks it away, goes wide. Patel will pick it up, low in the zone. Moves it up. Patel's skating it now. Patel from the red will send it in. Bernard comes in, pushes it towards the net, and St. Bernard's back out with it. They're going to break out. Swept to the side by Hobner. They get it in. Meeker chasing it now below the goal line. He pins a Bernardian, and Hobner offering his support. Puck is loose. St. Bernard sends it back around. Hobner pushes it up the boards. St. Bernard's comes away. The shot is saved by Blakely. 12:21 left in the second. Wilkie on the face-off with Vigent and Medeski, also Vigent and Pertel on D. St. Bernard's just swinging it around. Wilkie breaks it up below the goal line, drops it over for Chad Vigent, who will push it out to his brother Jake. Jake from the red line will not send it in. Knocked back, and it's going to get in the zone. St. Bernard's pushes it out. Patel back to Wilkie. Wilkie across the zone, catching Chad Vigent with a little help from Medeski, who sends it in. Jake Vigent pins him below the goal line. St. Bernard's pushes it out to the boards. They're able to clear it, and then Vigent sends it back deep. St. Bernard's up to the neutral zone where Hobner will handle the puck and send it in. St. Bernard's going to pick it back up. St. Bernard's is able to clear it. Hobner dumps it back deep again. 11:10 left in the second. We knock it down, and St. Bernard's is able to gain it back. St. Bernard's comes in and broken up by Ben Hobner. Oh, the pass goes up front and then broken up again by Salvo on their shot potential attempt. The boards, now Hobner makes it difficult. St. Bernard's from the top dumps it deep. Hobner below the goal against the net. trying to come away with the puck. St. Bernard's. And then Hobner again fights for it. It's going to get out. Good job. Good effort. Salvo pushes. St. Bernard able to get it back at the neutral zone. Broken up right there by Wilkie and pushed back out by Meeker. Meeker to Medeski. Medeski to Salvo. Salvo puts it on net. And the goalie will save it. We'll face off in the offensive zone. 10:22 left in the second 2-1 DT. Castagno on the face-off. Salvo pushes it to the corner. It's going to get up the boards. St. Bernard's will clear. Pertel knocks it back for Salvo, who sends it in to the offensive zone. Castagno chasing it to the corner. He gets there. Baya offers support. Puck is loose. St. Bernard's coming away with it. Up the middle where Salvo will pick it off and send it back low in the zone. St. Bernard's back up the boards with it, and now they're going to break out. They're going to gain it, except for Pertel pokes it away. Go, 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 go. Set up there nicely by Baya to Castagno to Salvo, and it doesn't connect. Hobner on the ice now. They ice it. We'll face off in the offensive zone with 9:31 left in the second. Hobner, Mullen, and Bernard on offense. Ben Hobner and Meeker. Ben Hobner sends it back into the zone. Good play. Picked up by Bernard. Bernard, tries to center it. Only St. Bernard's there. RD has to get the turnaround and stop him. Centering pass, knocked down in the middle and back out of the zone. St. Bernard's has to get back on. Ben Hobner to Jake Hobner to Bernard. And St. Bernard's able to retain it. The shot goes wide. From the boards. Go, 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 go. Mullen pushes it out. Mullen out up the ice with it, and we'll dump it in and chase it. Get there, get there, get there, get there. Mullen knocks him off the puck. Buys some time for Bernard. Bernard trying to set it up for Hobner. Gets it back. The goalie isn't sure where it is. It is loose behind the net. Now Hobner back with it to Ben Hobner, who sends it wide. Meeker chasing it down at the boards. It's going to get out, and it's a foot race between Hobner and St. Bernard's. They send it wide, maybe off the post a little bit, but it's all right. Didn't go in. St. Bernard's back out with it. Knocked down at the center by Meeker and then sent backwards by Hobner. They bat it out of play. We should face off in the offensive zone, I believe. Wilkie on the face-off sends it to the corner. St. Bernard's will push it out the boards and around. Kept in by Vigent. Vigent sweeps in, sets it up in the middle. Doesn't connect, but Jake Vigent tries to keep it in. St. Bernard's able to keep it out. Vigent comes in, knocks him off the puck. Swept around. St. Bernard's keeps it in. Wilkie at the boards, making it difficult. Oh, scary times. Lots of bouncing pucks. St. Bernard's, Wilkie fighting for it. The puck is redirected out of the middle. Blakely will catch it, pull it out of the air, and nobody has a chance to do anything else with it. We'll face off in the defensive zone with 7:36 remaining in this 2-1 game, second period. Wilkie sends it up and out. Medeski carries it in, sends it over for Vigent. Vigent to chase from the boards. Medeski gets a stick back on it, back to Vigent. Vigent around the boards. Get there. Vigent again. Trying to hang on to the puck. He does, and it's going to get pushed up and fought back and out of the zone. Pertel will pick it up from Blakely, back to Vigent. Vigent in the middle with it, will move it up and out. Catches Medeski. Oh, can't quite get a stick on it, and so we'll reset Pertel to Wilkie in the neutral zone. Wilkie catches Vigent up front, and St. Bernard will clear it almost, except Medeski is there. Keeps it in, gets in front. St. Bernard's going to clear it out. Oh, Salvo comes in fast and just a little offsides. Face off outside the zone. Stagno on the face-off with Baia and Salvo. It gets into the offensive zone. St. Bernard's can't clear it, bumps into Salvo, and then Stagno buys us a little time. Baia tries to break it up. St. Bernard stays with it. They're going to gain it and send it wide. It's going to bounce against. Blakely will cover it. Same line, Castagno facing off again. St. Bernard's comes away with it, centering it. Cross crease, doesn't connect. Meeker picks it up below the goal line. Pushes it up. Oh, by to Castagno. Castagno out to Salvo in the neutral zone. Salvo will send it into the corner. St. Bernard's against the boards with it. Salvo keeps it in. St. Bernard's going to get back out. Ben Hobner back in with it. We clear it and get back on a line change. St. Bernard's trying to take advantage. They're going to move it up the ice. They will gain the offensive zone. Send it up to their point. Blocked and out of the zone. Blocked by Mullen, I believe. Hobner. Low in the zone. Up to Vigent. Vigent chips it up. Caught by Jake Hobner, who brings it in. Mullen picks it up. St. Bernard's will sweep it around. Pertel keeps it in. And then St. Bernard's pushes it back out to the neutral zone. Oh, goodness, don't turn it over. Vigent at the red line. Send it in and out of play. We'll face off outside the zone. Face off, push into the defensive zone by St. Bernard. They're going to bounce it up to the blue line. The shot is knocked down by RD, and they pick the puck back up. Hobner putting the pressure on. St. Bernard's trying to center it. It's bouncing loose now. Mullen sends it. Oh, not quite out of the zone. Yep, he does. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, he does. Good job. Go, go, go. Hobner able to pick it up. We have a 2-on-1 with Hobner and Bernard. Oh, St. Bernard's knocks that away, but Hobner gets it back, and then Bernard gets it back, and then it's still in the zone, and St. Bernard's clearing it out. Icing will be called, and we'll go face off in the offensive zone. Because it really wasn't icing, I think they're gonna put it somewhere else. I guess center ice. Charlie Wilkie facing off from the neutral zone. They ice it this time for real, and we will go down to the offensive zone. Wilkie on the face-off. Vigent picks it up. Vigent handles it, shoots it. Ugh. Off the goalie, off the glass. Vigent again gets his rebound. St. Bernard's will clear and break out. They're going to put it on net. Nope, they don't. It goes high off the glass. St. Bernard's from the boards. Keeps it in. Hobner pushing it up for Vigent. And gets it back. Vigent chips it up. St. Bernard's will keep it in and send it. Blocked. Knocked down probably by Vigent. Back to Wilkie. And Wilkie takes his shot. Knocked down. The rebound is loose. And it goes to the corner. St. Bernard's will push it out. Hobner wisely pushes it across the neutral zone. Gives us time. Vigent picks it up in the corner. And Vigent pushes it up to Wilkie. To Hobner. Hobner blocked by St. Bernard's. 3:24 left in this second period. St. Bernard's out with it. Hobner trying to clear it. Goes back to Hobner. Hobner will skate it. Go, 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 go. Hobner carries it in. St. Bernard's pushes it back out and ices it. Once again, we'll face off in the offensive zone. 3:07 left in the second. Castagno with Jackson and Salvo. St. Bernard's in front of their goalie, trying to handle the puck. Portel out there on D with Vigent. Well, Salvo breaks it up. Castagno picks it up off the board, sends it. It's going to bounce high to the corner. Well, Jackson will chase it down. Sweeps it back for Salvo. Salvo under the goal with it. Still with the puck. Sends it up. Tries to center it. Knocked away by St. Bernard. St. Bernard's going to clear it. They put it on net. Blakely sends it off the glass in the corner. Now they're below the goal line with it, trying to set something up. The centering pass, and their shot goes way high. Salvo will send it out of the zone. St. Bernard's back in with it. Portel picks it up now, low in the zone to Vigent. Vigent trying to push it out. Salvo clears it. Caught by Jackson. Jackson carries it in. Everybody stays on. Jackson knocked down by St. Bernard's. St. Bernard's moves it up. They're going to break back out with it. Oof. They gain it. They drop it back. Oh. And they set up a play. And a 3-on-2, and it really couldn't be stopped. So they're going to tie it up with 1:55 in the second. Wilkie will face off with Medeski and Vigent, and we win it. Vigent picks it up, brings it in. Throw it in there, throw it in there. It's going to go wide. Penalty called. We'll go on the power play with 1:45 left in the second. I'm not sure what their offense was. Tripping. It's a good time for a power play. We have 1:45 left in the second. We'll finish it out with the advantage. Hobner with Vigent, Medeski, Vigent, and Wilkie. Wilkie will face off. Wilkie sends it back. Quick shot. Goes wide. Wilkie gets it back. To Hobner. To Wilkie. To Hobner. To Wilkie. Wilkie. Ooh, knocked down by St. Bernard's goalie. Wilkie, but Neski picks up the rebound. Medeski. Oh, centers it to Vigent. Tries for the corner. It goes high. Hobner keeps it in. We have 1:10 left in the second. 1:23 left in this power play. Medeski with the puck to Hobner. Hobner puts it on net. Oh! And it is put in. There may have been a tip involved. To be honest, I can't tell. By the celebration, it looks like Vigent tipped it. Either way, It was great. 59 seconds remaining. DT up 3-2. When they announce it, I'll confirm who was involved. Hobner on the face-off. It's going to go across the neutral zone and into the offensive zone. Jake Hobner trying to clear it out. St. Bernard's keeping it in. Jake Hobner with a hit. Knocks him off the puck. Oh, no. Knockdown. Yes, go, 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 go. Bernard makes the block, picks it up, carries it in, sends it. It's bouncing to the corner for Mullen. Mullen drops it back for Hobner. Hobner to Mullen. Mullen to Bernard, who takes his shot. It goes wide. 27 seconds remaining. St. Bernard's will clear it, gain it. Bernard makes it tough for him. Pertel will pick it up below the goal line and bounce it, and it's going to get out. No icing will be called. Love it. Mullen on Hunt. Oh, get it, get it. Knocked down by Bernard. Swept out by St. Bernard. Pertel at the red line will send it back in. We have nothing left on the clock. DT will go into the locker room ahead again, 3-2 this time, to end the second. Start in the third. 3-2. Wilkie on the face-off in the neutral zone. Medeski able to knock it down and send it in. St. Bernard's sending it around. Oh. Keep it in. Wilkie will chase it down. Up the boards. Pushed. Vigent. And then Bernard's send it out. Pertel sends it out of the zone. Bernard's gets it back in. They're going to hang in there. Stick flies out of Pertel, and he's still able to knock him off the puck. Nice job, Bernard's up to the top. The shot, knocked down and saved to the corner. St. Bernard still with it. Pushed up and out by Wilkie to Medeski. We have a 2-on-1, 3-on-1 with Medeski, Vigent. Oh! And it happens. Medeski to Chad, Vigent. Pushed out by Wilkie, I believe. DT goes up 4-2, 14-11. Left in the third. What we needed right there. Hobner on the face-off, back to the defensive zone. Uh-oh, Wilkie right in front. Oh, geez. Blakely saves it on the breakaway. Stick keeps it out of the net at the last second. And goodness gracious, boys, get it out. Bernard will push it up. Sure. Carries it in to the offensive zone. St. Bernard's pushes it up the boards and out. They will send it deep. Vigent picks it up in the corner and sweeps it up. St. Bernard's keeps it in. Oh, goodness. We pick it up, and Bernard pushes it out to Mullen in the neutral zone. The Bernardians will send it back in. Pertel out there now on D with Ben Hobner. Pertel picks it up below the goal line. Puck is slippery today, apparently. After this ice make, it's bouncing, and Mullen able to chip it up to Hobner. Hobner carries it in, sends it. Blocker save, bounces high out front. Salvo trying to knock it down. Oh, Mullen pushes it back towards Salvo. Mullen against the boards with it, keeping it in play in the zone. St. Bernard's up the boards. They'll break it out, and Ben Hobner will pick it up in the defensive zone. Ben Hobner finds Mullen, who leaves it for Salvo. Salvo drops it back for Pertel. Pertel takes the shot, goes wide. St. Bernard's out with it. Ben Hobner from the red line will send it in. St. Bernard's breaking it out, and they ice it. We'll face off in the offensive zone. 12:24 left, 4-2 DT. Wilkie, face off, Vigent, shot, and saved by St. Bernard's. Wilkie sends it to the boards. St. Bernard's able to break out. They will gain it. Knocked away by Pertel. Good defensive effort. It's going to get up the boards. Vigent trying to clear it. And Chad Vigent picks it up and carries it in from the red line. St. Bernard's trying to clear. They turn it over in the middle. And can we keep it in? We do. Wilkie from the blue line will keep it in. They flip it out high. Hobner will chase it down in the defensive zone to Vigent. Vigent in the middle, trying to catch Wilkie. It's going to get out. Bernard's knocks it down, gains the offensive zone. Cross ice pass doesn't connect to anybody. It's a hooking or something. They don't call it. Wilkie will pick it up, and Wilkie will bring it in. Drops that pass for Vigent. Goes a little too far out of reach. St. Bernard's Looks like they're going to the box for something. I missed it. Cross check. We go on the power play now with 11:14 remaining in the third. Hobner on the face-off with Salvo and Bernard. Salvo to Hobner. Hobner back to Salvo. Salvo to Hobner at the top. He sends it. Stopped by St. Bernard's shin pads. They're going to send it out. Bertel will chase it down. Hang on to that puck. He catches Salvo in the neutral zone, who brings it in. Salvo drops it low, picks it back up. Salvo with the puck still. And then still. And St. Bernard's will send it out. Bertel will pick it up. Back in the defensive zone. Hobner in the neutral zone. Able to keep the puck despite a lot of attempts to take it away. Medeski steps in, takes his shot, blocker save. Sorry, stick save. Out of play. Wilkie on the face-off. Jake Vigent from the middle takes the shot, goes high. Medeski will chase the rebound to the boards, where Vigent comes in to pick it up. Vigent still with the puck, drops it back for Wilkie. Wilkie carrying it around now below the goal line. Sends it side of the net. It's going to get out. Blakely to Vigent. Vigent picks it up. We have 35 seconds left in this power play. Vigent to Hobner. Hobner from the neutral zone. Blue line takes a shot. The rebound left out front. Wilkie picks it up at the top. Back to Hobner. Hobner with another shot. Saved and goes to the corner. Chad Vigent keeps it in. St. Bernard's will clear it. They're going to get past us and have a 2-on-1. Shot, knocked down, and saved. Ooh, goodness. Get it, get it, get it, get it. That'll do it for the power play. Vigent trying to catch Medeski. Medeski hangs on to it in the neutral zone, brings it in. Dumps it, gets it back. Medeski staying with it. St. Bernard's clears it out. And they ice it? No icing. Bertel picks it up low in the zone. To Meeker. Meeker to Salvo. Salvo to Vigent, who sends it in deep. Castagno out there now with Salvo and Baia. They send it. Blakely will stop it and grab it and cover it. 8:34 left in the third. 4-2 DT. Yeah, Castagno on the face-off. No, just one. Vigent picks it up from Castagno's efforts, and neutral zone, Mullen will come away with it and dump it in. Mullen gets it back down low. Picked up by Castagno, sent to the middle where Mullen gets a stick back on it. Up to the blue line where Vigent, back to the corner. Castagno with the puck. Oh, broken up by Mullen. Bertel sends it to the corner. St. Bernard's around the corner, and they will clear and gain the zone with a lot of interference, but not interference, by Mullen. We send it back out. St. Bernard's resets. They gain the zone. They're going to take that shot. Blakely is there. We will face off in the defensive zone with 7:38 remaining. 4-2 DT. Wilkie on the face-off. Okay, into the corner where Vigent pushes it around. His brother Jake Vigent will send it out for Wilkie to chase. Can he get there? He can. Avoids the icing. Medeski's still with it. Sends it low. Oh, bounces off the goalie's pads for the rebound out front. And St. Bernard's will pick it up. St. Bernard's into the zone, broken up by Vigent. St. Bernard's from the boards. Medeski checks him, knocks him off the puck, and Vigent will carry it in from that. Shot goes high off the glass, bounces right at the back of the goalie. And they blow the whistle. Face-off in the offensive zone with 7:03 left in this last regular season game for Dracut Tyngsboro. Wilkie wins it, sends it to the corner. St. Bernard's rips it around. Yes, baby, we're home. Vigent makes it hard for him. They're going to gain the offensive zone. Pertel knocks it away. St. Bernard stays on their feet. Another Pertel block picked up by Jake Vigent, who gains the zone. Still with the puck. Oh, goalie with the save. The rebound kept in by Wilkie. Back to Medeski. Medeski fights him off in the neutral zone. St. Bernard still manages to get it in. The shot is saved. No rebound. 6:26 left in the third. Bernard on the face-off. Hangs on to it long enough for Mullen to scoop it up. Mullen to Salvo. Salvo carry it in all the way. Takes his shot. Rebound. Loose in front. Mullen. Oh, sends it back up. And then Pertel takes a shot. The redirect attempt is just out of the reach of Bernard. It'll be caught by St. Bernard. We'll face off in the offensive zone. 6:12 remaining in this game. Bernard on the face-off again with Mullen and Salvo. It's chipped up to Pertel. Pertel dumps it back down. Get there. St. Bernard's will chip it out of the zone. Chad chasing it down. Icing is called. 6 minutes remaining. We face off the offensive zone. Mullen chips it back down to the corner. Salvo sends it around. Bernard gets there, pushes it up, and Bernard still with it. Back to Salvo. Salvo handling the puck now. Up the boards, back down to Mullen. St. Bernard's able to clear it. They're going to dump it in. Blakely will cover. Wilkie on the face-off. St. Bernard's comes away with it, sends it up. Broken up by Medeski at the boards, and he will send it out of the zones after with a hip check, and then Wilkie picks it up in the offensive zone. Medeski comes in, helps keep it in with Vigent. St. Bernard finally able to clear, and they gain the offensive zone. They're going to take the shot. Nope, they do, but doesn't much happen with it. Medeski flips it out, unfortunately, into scorekeepers section. We will stay in the defensive zone for this face-off. Hobner and Vigent out there on D with Medeski, Wilkie, and Jake Vigent. Wilkie, St. Bernard's with the quick shot from the boards, saved. 5:05 left in the third. Sorry, icing. I was muted. Coming back down. Wilkie on the face-off. It's tied up. St. Bernard's comes away with it and sends it low, bounces it to the point. Blakely with a stick save to the corner. St. Bernard's will send it back low again. Hobner trying to get a stick on it. St. Bernard's. Wilkie offers support. Hobner sends it up, and from the point, it's knocked down. Doesn't go. St. Bernard still with the puck in their possession. Vidgett making it hard for him, breaking it up. Wilkie and Vidgett, and then Wilkie up to Medeski. Wilkie gets it back from Vidgett, pushes it out. Vidgett will catch it, send it to Vidgett. Chad sends it off the glass. Medeski trying to keep it in. It's going to get out, and now St. Bernard's is offsides, and thank you, refs, for agreeing with me. Face off outside the zone. Bernard on the face-off. Mullen comes in, pushes it to Salvo. Salvo from the red line brings it in. Oh, to Bernard. Salvo knocks it down, takes his shot. Oh, the rebound. Salvo stays with it, and then Mullen picks it up off the boards. Mullen still with the puck. St. Bernard's coming away with it. They're breaking out and coming in. They take their shot off the glass. It'll stay in, and then kicked away by Hobner. Back up to Salvo. St. Bernard's around the glass with it. Shot off the glass, still in play. St. Bernard's keeps it in. Mullen trying to break it up, and then flipped out by Patel. Goes into the offensive zone where St. Bernard's will reset and carry it back in. They're going to send it. Blakely will set it back down for Patel, who puts it off the glass and into the offensive zone. Unfortunately, it's an icing, so 3 minutes remaining in this third period. 4-2 DT, we will come down and face off to the left of Gray. Vidgett takes it from Wilkie's face-off. St. Bernard's keeps it in. Vidgett again below the line. Will move it up, and he will break it out. Chad Vidgett carries it in. He's going to get it back and send it. Goalie will catch. 2:40 remaining in this third period. Wilkie again on the face-off. It's going to get out of the zone. Vidgett will send it back in. St. Bernard's up the boards. They're going to break out. From the neutral zone, they'll send it in, and Patel breaks it up against the boards. Oh, goodness. Knocked away. They come in, a stick in the way. Vidgett knocks it down and keeps it out of the danger zone. Timeout on the ice. 2:13 remaining in the... Sorry, it cut off. I have no idea what happened. But we're back. And timeout's over. We have 2:13 left in the third. We're facing off in the offensive zone. Wilkie on the face-off. Puck goes up to the top. St. Bernard's to the wing from the center. Doesn't connect. Scooped up by Jake Vigent and pushed out of the zone. Less than 2 remaining. St. Bernard's now. Turned over in the neutral zone. Medeski has to dump it in while we get back on. Everybody's cleared and back on. I'm sure it's just a matter of time before they pull their goalie. They are going to, nope, turned over in the neutral zone. Medeski wisely sends it deep into the corner. Turned over again in the neutral zone. Medeski again, same spot, same play. St. Bernard's up to the neutral zone. Hobner to Vigent to Medeski. Medeski sends it in. Can't pull the goalie if you can't clear it. Vigent again, back in with it. Good play, kids. Good play. 1:09 left in the third period. St. Bernard's. Medeski making it hard for him. Less than a minute remaining. St. Bernard's gains the offensive zone. Dumps it deep. They're going to throw everything at it, and Vigent picks it up against the boards. Wilkie. And picked up by Vigent. Vigent's going to carry it out. Vigent across the red line and in. Puts it on net. The goalie hangs onto it. Will face off in the offensive zone with 36 seconds left. Bernard on the faceoff with Mullen and Salvo. Sends it in deep the offensive zone. Salvo knocks it down at the boards, hangs on to it, and sends it to the corner. St. Bernard's will come away with it. 27 seconds left. St. Bernard's carrying it up. Broken up in the neutral zone. Sent back out by Bernard. They're going to gain it. And Mullen breaks it up. St. Bernard's to their wing. Shot goes high. They're going to try again. Blocked by Bernard or Pertel. I could not tell. 2 seconds, no seconds. DT will finish the regular season defeating St. Bernard's with a pretty great record. Playoffs are upon us. Our next game is a scrimmage against Billerica on Saturday. And then we will figure out our playoff schedule, I suppose. 4-2, DT over St. Bernard's.
With an impressive record, 17-1-2. I proudly present to you the 2025-26 FBC PCL Division III champion, Dracut Tyngsboro hockey team. Please stay tuned as we get ready to playoff bracket reveal soon and update them to our social media pages. We look forward to having you and seeing you on the playoff run. Have a great night.
Okay. I'll be streaming on Saturday for the scrimmage. Thanks for joining us.